You are the size of a thumbnail. You are 1 mile below the surface of the ocean. There is no light. The pressure alone would flatten a car. You did not choose this. Let's go. The barreleye fish has a transparent skull. A literal glass helmet filled with fluid. Inside it, 2 neon green cylindrical eyes rotate freely in any direction without the fish moving once. It hovers beneath siphonophores, colonial jellies hanging like living curtains. The siphonophores catch prey. The barreleye simply waits beneath them and collects whatever falls through. Those 2 big oval patches on its face that look like eyes. Those are nostrils. The actual eyes are the green cylinders inside the dome. And they are already pointing directly at you. The eyes rotate back upward. You are dismissed. The barreleye eats zooplankton. You are not on the menu. You are barely a curiosity. Outcome, escape. Move. The ghost shark is not actually a shark. It is a chimera, a lineage that diverged from sharks over 400 million years ago. Before dinosaurs. Before trees. It has not changed much since. It detects electrical fields as weak as 0.005 microvolts. You have a heartbeat. Your heartbeat broadcasts your location. The ghost shark knows exactly where you are before it sees you. It does not have replaceable teeth. It has permanent fused tooth plates designed to crush shells. You dodge left, the electroreception adjusts. You dodge right, it adjusts again. Direction does not matter. You are small enough to be annoying and large enough to be inefficient prey. It veers off. Old money. It moves like something that owns this place. Geologically speaking, it does. Outcome, escape. The deep-sea spider's legs account for up to 90% of its total body mass. Its digestive system, reproductive organs, and heart have all migrated into the legs. The central body is practically decorative. It has a proboscis, a narrow rigid tube it extends into soft-bodied prey, secretes digestive enzymes, and drinks the resulting liquid. It does not bite. It inserts, dissolves, and waits. Here is the counterintuitive part. The sea spider breathes through its legs. No gills, no lungs. Oxygen diffuses through the leg cuticle directly. Remove a leg and you remove part of its respiratory system. You do exactly that. The sea spider recoils, not in pain, it lacks the architecture for pain, but mechanically, the way a system fails when a component is removed. You swim through the gap. Outcome, win. The female whalefish reaches 40 centimeters. At your scale, that is a subway train with its mouth open. She is a ram filter feeder. She does not hunt. She opens her mouth and moves forward. Everything in the water column in front of her mouth either enters the mouth or becomes irrelevant. She is not tracking you. You just happen to be forward, and forward is the direction she is going. The males are so small, so transformed, that scientists classified them as a completely different species for over a century. The males have no functional stomach. They will never eat again after their larval stage. 3 species. 1 fish. Female, male, and larva were described as separate creatures until someone ran the genetics. You dodge below her trajectory. She continues forward. She has never had time for anything not directly in her mouth. Outcome, escape. The dragonfish produces red bioluminescent light. Red light at depth is invisible to virtually every other creature in the abyss. The dragonfish evolved to see its own red light. It is carrying a private flashlight in a room full of the blind. The fangs are 20% of its total body length. On a human, that is 14-inch teeth. They are transparent, designed so they do not scatter the bioluminescent light. You cannot see them approaching. The jaw unhinges. It extends. It presents a geometry of interlocking transparent fangs that functions less like a mouth and more like a decision you cannot unmake once you are inside it. You go completely still. No motion. No lateral displacement. You become background noise in the electromagnetic and hydrodynamic spectrum. The red light sweeps past twice. The dragonfish drifts elsewhere. Outcome, escape. The frilled shark has not changed in 80 million years. While continents relocated. While the dinosaurs had their entire situation. It found a configuration. It filed the paperwork. It has not updated since. 300 teeth. Not in rows. Trident-shaped. 25 rows angled backward lining both jaws. Once something enters the mouth, every row is a ratchet. The mouth is a one-way valve with 300 points. It coils like a snake, stores mechanical energy in the S-curve, and releases. The acceleration for an 80-million-year-old design is disrespectfully fast. The tail is the coil forming. That is the only tail you get. You dodge vertical. The lunge passes below. But then you see the pup. 3.5 years in development. Born with all 300 teeth operational. Already coiling. Already ready. Outcome, the crack in the rock wall. The goblin shark looks broken. The jaw hangs slack, the snout extends in a long flat rostrum packed with pores. Everything about it reads as a rough draft that escaped before the editing pass. This is incorrect. The jaw is not attached normally. It is suspended by elastic ligaments, loaded, spring-tensioned. When the electroreceptors detect prey, the ligaments release. The jaw fires at 3.1 meters per second. Faster than a human blink. The jaw engulfs an area of water around you. Closes on a volume that includes you and 400 milliliters of seawater. But the jaw cannot fine-tune its targeting below a certain prey size. You slipped through the resolution. It fires again. Near miss. Fires a third time into the dark behind you. The jaw returns to its slack drooping position. You back away. It is furious. You have found the one scenario where the trick does not work. Outcome, win. The sperm whale is the loudest biological sound source on Earth. Its clicks reach 230 decibels. A rocket launch generates approximately 180. The difference on a logarithmic scale is a factor of roughly 100,000. The spermaceti organ in its forehead is not a brain. Everyone assumes it is a brain. It is a precision acoustic lens that focuses and aims the sound, painting a three-dimensional picture of the ocean ahead. The click hits you. Your outline in the water column is registered and immediately filed under not interesting. The processing takes microseconds. The click has already moved on to map the squid 200 meters ahead. You are below the resolution threshold of something that thinks in tons. The tail stroke shoves you backward through the water like a coin flicked across a table. You spin. You correct. The whale is gone. The darkness is complete and vast and indifferent in a way that every other encounter could not prepare you for. You look up. 1 mile of dark water. You look down. More. Outcome, draw. The ocean keeps the whale. Here is what you have escaped, a passive income thief with 4 eyes and no interest in you. An electric field predator older than trees. A leg-breathing bureaucrat that dissolves its food. A subway train-sized mouth that never stops moving. A paranoid artist with a private red flashlight and invisible teeth. A living fossil with 300 backward-pointing ratchet teeth. An overachiever with the world's most impressive jaw and one fatal flaw in the calibration. And a noise too loud to be a sound. Light disappears at 200 meters. Below that, every animal adapted to fill the sensory gap with something else. Electroreception, bioluminescence, acoustic mapping, pressure sensing, patience. These are not defenses. These are entire sensory worlds you cannot access. The most dangerous adaptation in the deep ocean is patience. Without light there is no urgency. The predator that waits still and cold and perfectly positioned costs almost no energy. You moving through their water costs everything. The collection is yours. 8 encounters. 8 outcomes. Not because you were the strongest thing in this ocean. You were not. Not because you were fast enough. You were barely fast enough. Because the deep ocean decided, each time, that something else was more worth the trouble. That is the truth about deep ocean survival. Not victory. Not dominance. The slow accumulation of moments where the answer was not today. The ocean did not notice. It never does. The barreleye fish is still beneath its siphonophores. The ghost shark is still tracing electrical fields with its pore-lined rostrum. The frilled shark pup is still coiling in the dark beside its parent. None of them registered your passing as significant. The sperm whale found its squid. The goblin shark is still firing its jaw into dark water looking for the prey it could detect but not calibrate for. These are not stories. These are Tuesday at depth. Every creature in the abyss is running an optimization it has been refining for millions of years. The barreleye for 40 million. The frilled shark for 80 million. The ghost shark for 400 million. You have been optimizing for considerably less time. The deep ocean is not hostile. Hostile implies intent. The deep ocean is indifferent. It applies the same pressure to everything, to the goblin shark, to the giant squid, to the thermal vents, to you. Indifference at depth is harder to escape than hostility. You are back at the surface. 1 mile of water below you. The collection of encounters that did not end badly arranged in your memory like a list you barely believe you earned. The surface is warm. The light is bright. The things that let you pass, the barreleye's disinterest, the ghost shark's efficiency calculation, the goblin shark's calibration gap, the sperm whale's resolution threshold, none of them were mercy. They were arithmetic. You fell outside the profitable range each time. That arithmetic changes at different sizes. The thumbnail-sized warrior escapes the goblin shark's jaw targeting. The full-sized prey item does not. Scale determines which side of the calculation you land on. The ocean does not negotiate the scale. 8 encounters with 8 things that have been doing this longer than your entire species has existed. The frilled shark's lineage was here before the first mammals. The ghost shark's lineage was here before the first trees. You visited their world for a few minutes. The collection is yours. The trophy line reads, survived the transparent skull, survived the electric field detector, survived the leg breather, survived the subway mouth, survived the invisible flashlight, survived the 300-tooth ratchet, survived the slingshot jaw. Did not survive. Shared the water with. The last one is the whale. You are a thumbnail-sized warrior who has defeated or escaped 8 of the ocean's most precisely engineered survival machines. The ocean did not notice. The ocean never notices. It was here before you. It will be here after. The collection is yours. The ocean keeps everything else.